Welcome to Terrencism. My name's Terrence. Um, as you may have heard, we're still voting on the gay marriage being legalized in New York State. And also in New York City, there's going to be a gay pride parade on Sunday. So I figure what better topic to talk about today than sexuality. So today I have my guest here, Bianca.
Hi guys.
So, would
Well, I'm
anything else you'd like to
Bianca.
say?
On Facebook on our fan page, I'm Rhea Moore, admin RA. So when you see the RA, now you have a face and a platform to be able to associate me with. So let's get this started.
Okay, so first thing we're going to talk about are different types of sexuality. Might as well start off with the basics. We have heterosexual, which is, straight. Boys like
You,
girls, girls like, yeah, pretty much
you,
me, right? Homosexual, that means you like the same sex, pretty much.
right?
And bisexuals who pretty much like boys and girls, men and
Equally.
women, equally. Or sometimes they favor one over the other.
Or favoring
Yeah.
it too.
Pansexual, which is different from bisexual in the case that whether you're transgender, whatever sexual identity you have that's besides male or female, they don't really recognize gender as if they find you attractive, they find you attractive. And that's pretty much it there. Asexual, which is when you don't like anything, when you're just born without any sexual.
You don't have the
Yeah.
ability to be sexually
I mean, that's a really
aroused.
interesting thing, actually, I think. Transgender, which is pretty much you. Is that the one where you get the sex change
That's the
operation?
social
Okay, so that's pretty much when you
dress
don't
like a guy or
right,
a girl, but you don't actually have the actual operation.
right, you recognize yourself as the
Yeah,
same
you
person.
socially recognize yourself as the opposite sex.
And then there's transsexual, where pretty much that's where you
Right.
get the operations and
Surgery
things like
is
that.
an option.
Now, as you notice, I'm actually looking, at my topics here. I tried the unscripted thing; it didn't really work out as well as I wanted to. So yeah, I'm just having this. It's still a little bit improv. But anyways, then there's also the gay-dar. How do you know when someone is gay
How do
or
you know when
bisexual?
someone is
Now,
gay?
here's my thing. You don't know.
You
It's
do
impossible.
know. You
It's
do know.
impossible.
You
You
do
can't.
know.
Well, how would you
Sometimes
know?
there are those little boys and little girls that you know that no matter what happens,
You have
when they hit
no
15,
idea.
things aren't
I
gonna
don't
go the
care
way we all
how
planned.
effeminate or masculine a boy or
I'm
girl
sorry.
is, or
I am so
even
sorry.
if you like to wear
If
dresses.
you wear a red pomodoro poof hairstyle as a boy, and you did this to yourself,
But what about
you're gonna grow up with some questionable
cross-dressers who are
lifestyles.
straight? I mean, I'm just saying it's possible to.
And if you have this pomodoro and you tell other people, no, boo boo, you will grow up and have difficulties.
If maybe they were just raised by a single mom and they took after.
My brother was raised by a single mother, and he is by far overly masculine.
Didn't have any female father, father
So?
figures to teach him how to be it. I mean, I'm just saying, it doesn't mean they're gay. That's all I'm saying. Or
There are
bisexual.
plenty, everybody has those 3 people in their school. At least 3. There has to be 3. Because they have to be somewhere in your morning class, your middle lunch area classes, and your end of the day classes.
And then what about the masculine gay guys and the feminine?
Well, those are the ones that don't count on the gay-dar. But even the ones who count on the gay-dar, you can tell because they're socially awkward around other women. Okay, you're the gay friend who's obviously masculine, has all the hot female friends, but you don't like anybody. No one ever hears or sees you at the movie theaters with anybody.
But I'm talking about things that have nothing to do with their sexuality, like how they talk or walk or.
Well, how they talk and walk counts too, because I don't know why any straight man would want to switch his hips.
Some of them just take after female figure.
There is the traditional. I don't want to be a bigot, but I will be for the evening.
I just don't.
There is a traditional gay man stance for the over feminine gays out there, and what they do is they walk with their elbows really close to their body. I don't know why they do that, but they do, and it drives me crazy. Like, why must your shoulders and like why is your neck so long when you stand up? Like, you don't have to. That's not necessary. Terrence, would you consider that gentleman straight?
I mean, because he's doing it on purpose. I mean, like the mannerisms that come naturally.
Yes.
I would think.
That does not come naturally.
Like, that's what I'm saying. If the mannerisms come naturally, like maybe the way they speak, or if they have that gay lisp, that's what they call.
Scientifically,
I
there
mean,
is a way that women walk and the way that men
it
walk.
could be a deficiency in testosterone.
Men, if you ever watch a fashion show,
Which, by the way, they also say
when
that.
women walk, they swing their arms.
Right.
When men walk, they walk with their shoulders.
Right.
Now, when you see people who are women who walk with their shoulders and men who swing their arms, I have questions. Men don't naturally walk and swing their arms. It doesn't happen.
Right. I understand that.
So if you swing your arms and you're a man, I have some questions I want to ask you. Like, hey guy, what's up?
Yeah, I mean that's true. If they're doing it on purpose, then
They
yeah, I
can't.
would say. Okay, so
That's gay-dar.
yeah, pretty much.
So what's gay-dar rule number one?
So gay, well, let's see. If they're intentionally, acting feminine or dressing that way, then
Okay.
yeah.
Rule number two. If every word you say ends with the letter S, that's wrong. That's so wrong. K's, that don't do that. I don't even know what they're trying to replicate or copy, but why is everything ending with an S?
Well, then there's what about androgyny, where they
They can pass for both male and female.
like Prince, the way he dresses.
Prince,
I think that's androgyny.
Prince is his own species. Okay, he wears heels and chaps.
Oh, but what they also wanted to mention, they say that homosexuality has nothing to do with estrogen and just testosterone or anything like that.
No, it's
like
not.
It's not a deficiency in.
No, they have shown that homosexuality can be linked to medical issues because during the actual brain development when the baby's in the womb, male and female brains do develop differently. It's a part of our brain in women that develop a little bit larger than men, and vice versa for men. And the part that develops larger in females is the part that helps us focus specifically on details, which is why I say women are so into fashion, accessories, interior design, all those focus on specific details. Men, however, there's a part of the brain that focuses more so on the bigger picture of things, which helps them able to read maps or make broader spectrum plans that don't have specific details. Now, what happens is with homosexuals, not all the time, but they have found that that part of their brain is switched. That there are men who part of their brain where that specific detail part of their brain is larger than it should be.
Right.
Now that could be an effect, but who knows? I'm just saying that's science. And then you have people who have trauma and they don't even want to be bothered with the opposite sex.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Okay, so that's pretty much what we're talking about, types of sexuality and the gay-dar. I guess, watch part 2 because we're breaking up into parts pretty much. Yeah. So watch part 2.